Okay, now let's learn a crocheting method of peanut shell. Take a look at our hand, which is still a circular needle. Wrap the thread first and then pinch our thread. Ring the needle first. Hook 6 short needles in this stitch. Drag over the wire. So let's crochet the stitches. Wrap the wire in this hole. Drag over a short needle. And then everybody's new. Be sure to mark it well. Deduction number, I won't mark it here. To 3. Okay, we've done it with 6 short needles. Tighten this thread. Make a circle. Keep crocheting the second loop in. Then drag it around the wire, put tension in. 6 needles first. If you are not sure if you have ticked the right one, you can just follow the V on it. Go back and vertically needle the target mark buckle. Remember this position of our first stitch, the first, the second, the third, the fourth. Anyway, a V represents a needle, just count back. Okay, let's finish this circle. Okay, we continue to find this location of our first stitch. Pull a lead. Merge it. The third circle is 1 short needle plus needle. The first 3 laps are the same steps as peanuts. Then we continue with a short needle. Okay, we're done with lap 3. Pull a silver, tension. It is also the same steps as the hairline. Then 2 short needles. 1 plus needle. 1 or 2 short needles. Just 2 short needles. Okay, let's repeat and tick this circle for it. Okay, we're done with this loop. We pull it tight. Then pull a pull needle. We are crochet a circle of short needles without reduction. It is to tick a circle inside each rootstock. So let's take a look. We're done with this. Then when D turns 5, it is directly completed. Complete the promotion, then just disconnect the line directly. Then we go on and tick another one. Exactly the same, also hooked to our 5th lap stop. And now there's no crocheting. Then don't disconnect after the 5th lap is over. We picked up our first one. This shell merges with everyone. Then we've now set up a braid needle. Then turn it round, find the frame destination of the peanut we just had. A pull-out part. And over here, this is where we take our first shot. In fact, any frame can be used. This is where the frame goes in. Remember this first frame merged together. And we'll start over here and we'll bring it back. Just a promoted position. This is the first needle on our side. Don't forget. This middle piece is the lead. The first stitch is here. We come in with a needle mesh and do short needles. We just stood up. The needle has been recorded. We can just crochet it. We can just hide it for him. 2 short needles. We must aim at his position. Go in and connect. 3. Let's take a look. And we start off all along round the circle. Start crocheting a short stitch. This circle also needs to be added with needles. Our circle. On the 5th lap, there are 24 stitches on it. So there are 21 left. We just happened to hide this thread from it. And here we go. Count from the next frame directory frame. Come in here, frame in. Okay, and then in our 7th frame, do a plus frame. Tick 2 short frames. Too good. Just break this thread for him directly. A lot has been hidden. This won't fall off. Okay, then move on. This is done with needles. Here we go. Still the same. 6 short needles, 1 plus needle. 7 short needles plus 1. Next. Now is our last stitch, the 7th frame, and then we add 1. We're in this peanut shell, and the other half is over here. This is our first frame. The first frame comes in. My thread is a little dark in color. If everyone can't find the frame entry, in fact, you can just mark the mark buckle yourself. On the 5th circle of each shell are 24 short needles. Then merge the 3. That's like there are 21 short needles in each shell. Just keep coming in this order. Okay. 7th plus 1 stitch. A stitch in this seam on the edge. Let's not forget that. Find this in our circle. The first stitch here in the middle. Don't worry about the 3 needles in the middle. Then we find the words here. Normal first needle. Then pull a lead. Tighten the standing needle. This thread will be hidden for him later. It's about the size of our peanut shell. Take a look, just right. No problem, we now have 3 stitches combined in the middle on the top of the shell. 3 stitches were added on the outside. It means that each one is still exactly the same. 24 short needles. We also need to add needles a little bit. Can you rub this for him? Then we add the needle to this position in the middle. When adding 12 needles to each needle, just add a needle. Add 1 to each. 11 short needles are available here. Just add 1 to the middle needle. Okay. Let's take a look. We're done with this. Complete the promotion. Just disconnect the line directly. Then we go on and take another one. Exactly the same. Yes, it is also hooked to our 5th slap stop. Then after our 5th slap is over, don't disconnect. Now we are going to take the first one of these shells. Merge with everyone. We're going to set up a braid needle. Then turn it round. Find the purpose of this peanut frame just now, a pull-out part. Here is the position of our first frame. In fact, any frame can be entered into the frame. This is where the frame goes in. Remember this first frame. And then we are going to merge them. Merge in one piece. Then it's the same. One weaves right and one weaves backwards. Start here. Just a promoted position. This is the first needle on our side. And the middle piece here is the lead. Here it is. Here we go. A needle corresponding to the one on the opposite side. Do short needles. Just stood up. The stitches have been crocheted. And we can crochet it. 1. Then we find this thread that was pulled before. You can hide it directly. Go ahead and give him 2 short needles. Then we hook another one. We have to aim for his position. Go in and connect 3. Let's take a look. This is what it looks like after matching. Start crocheting short stitches. This circle also needs to be added with needles. Our circle. On the 5th slap, there are 24 stitches on it. So there are 21 left. We just happened to have this thread mud for him. From the next needle catalog, here comes the needle. Go in 2. 6 good. Do a needle addition. Hook 2 short needles. Just break 1 for him. Okay. A lot has been hidden. This won't fall off. Okay, then move on. This is done with needles. We continue the same. 6 short needles, 1 plus needle, 7 short needles plus 1. Now is our last stitch, 7th stitch, and then we add 1 or 2 good. We are here, another peanut shell. The other half is the same here. Add needle. First needle in, needle in. My thread is a little dark in color. If you can't find the needle, in fact, you can mark it yourself. Buckle the cheese 1 plus 1 stitch, because the 5th circle of each shell is 24 short needles. That's like there are 21 short needles in each shell. Just keep coming in this order. A stitch in this seam on the edge. Let's not forget that. After ticking, find the middle one in our circle. The first stitch here, don't worry about the 3 needles in the middle. Normal first needle, come and tighten and stand up needle. This thread will be hidden for him later. Come. It's about the size of our peanut shell. Take a look, just right. Then we now have one side 24 on top of this shell. Side 24. There are 48 short needles in total. You can count for yourself. And then we crochet 3 loops. Unabated short needles. The circle just merged doesn't count. 3 more loops up. Unabated short needles. You can crochet it yourself. 7 laps in total. Take a look. We are now 3 laps. The unabated short needle has been completed. Now there are 8 hooks in total. You see, this is our first lap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8 laps. And now we have 1 last lap. We're going to do needle reduction for the last lap. A total of 6 stitches need to be reduced on one side. That is, we are 2 short needles. Then take a look at a reduced needle and teach it. Okay, a short needle. 2 short needles. Then we take a shot off. 1 by 2, directly across the 3 coils. I have taught you how to reduce needles before. Then we go round. And it goes on like this. Just tick this last circle for it. We've done the last lap of our peanut shells. Direct recruitment. Then disconnect the line. Then we put this thread. Hide it a little bit. You can turn it over, hide. Give it everything here. Give as much as possible, it gets tails. And then words like the one next to it. Lots of little needles. We'll just give him this thread with a few stitches. Bring 3 or 4 needles. If you are not assured, you can bring a few more needles. It doesn't matter. It won't open with a few more stitches. Hide more.